right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Money Monday. As always, drop your questions and tickers in chat. Just a couple things quickly go over. DATS and CEI, pretty wild, but these aren't dead yet. And then MRO, most of you should be familiar with this one. Slow mover, but this was kind of that number one swing idea. Safe but boring swing idea going back to last week. So anyway, keep an eye on those. That being said, let's get started. So Walleye Gill asks about EZFL. What more is there to say than Monday morning? Miami-based company. Hey, listen, I love Miami. Don't get me wrong. But I have a feeling Tony Montana is behind this sketchy gasoline app. 12 million float. Not much volume yet. Would like to see a little bit more volume. What's their office look like? Ooh, look at this app. Never pump gas again. What is this? Yeah. They fill your gas. What more could you ask? Tony Montana is probably pumping sugar into your gas tank, meanwhile. Tony Montana is the kind of guy that he'll come out, he'll put sugar in your gas tank, then you got to pay him to tow your car and get it fixed. He's like, hey, you just called for some gas. Now you got to pay to get it towed. Hey, we got to put a new motor in this thing, too. I don't know what to tell you. Somehow, your motor is completely seized up. I don't know what to tell you. But I do know a guy. You know, Tony always knows a guy. Hey, I know a guy that puts motors in. So, and I know a guy that tows cars, too. What a coincidence. That being said, sketchy. So why do I like it so much? I mean, listen, you guys have seen all the news. All weekend long, gasoline prices exploding. I mean, listen, I gotta believe every single one of you knows what's happening at the pump. And I've talked about this for freaking months. Months. I told you, get exposure to oil. I'm like, it's coming. So why do I like EZFL so much? Because it's a sketchy penny stock run by Tony Montana that are, they're using an app. So we're going after the pain point. Okay, the pain point is filling up listen, I got a Toyota Tundra with like a 38-gallon tank. It's like $120 to fill it up. So, that's a pain point. People don't like that. Add in an app. Oh, buzzy app. Add in the fact that it's a 12 million float stock. Add in the fact that they drop a Monday morning PR. Hey, man. This is the definition of a morning dip and rip. So, EZFL, other than volume, but it's early, this checks every box for a dip and rip and afternoon VWAP hold. All right, Fernando asked about AZPN merger news. Normally, I don't like merger news right off the bat. Yeah, that's a buyout, right? Looks like a buyout. I'm assuming this is... Oh, no volume. So, Fernando, no offense, but zero volume. I can't, and I'm guessing you're new, Fernando. Welcome aboard. But I can't give you a read. So, two things. I hate rumors, buyout rumors particularly. And number two, for 1,800 shares traded. Sorry. Sorry. VYG, I just can't give you anything. VYGR. This checks a lot of boxes. So this thing, if you remember, we were waiting for that 4 break on Wednesday. So we wanted the 4 break on Wednesday and Thursday. It never came. Notice what happens on Friday. I'm telling you, and this is something I do want you to take. Brett, thank you for bringing VYGR up. if you're always like, why these key levels? Why does Tim always fixate on whole dollar, half dollars, previous day's highs, red to greens, VWAP holds, 52 weeks break? Why? Now, I got a great example. VYGR did not break on Wednesday or Thursday, but look at what happened when 4 broke. On Friday. I mean, look at that. Basically straight up to 6. So please, if you're trying to study, if you're trying to figure these things out, understand that fixation on all of these key levels that I talk about every single day, whether it be in the ebook, whether it be on the Steady Trade team. Understand that, please. Because look at what happens. Look at that candle. And then it never broke back under VWAP the entire day. Okay? That being said, today, look for all those levels. Breaks of 6. Bounces off of green to red. VWAP holds. Weak open red to greens even. Okay? This is for sure in play. I mean, right now, I really like the sketchiness of EZFL, but I would say VYGR is probably a close second. Understand key levels. This is number 2 behind EZFL for sketch day trade setups. AEHR has news? Oh, really? AEHR was on the weekend watch list. Nice. Thank you, Scott. So keep in mind, weekend watch list. I didn't know this. I didn't know this was coming, but listen, I mean, if what more do you want than a Monday morning PR? So 1.3 million, meh. But this isn't like, 1.3 million, not a groundbreaking deal. So I am not like, oh, this is incredible. But allow me to make 2 points. It's a PR. And listen, it's the post-2020 world, okay? I joke all the time. Listen, if we have seen 300% runners when the companies announced that they hired a new landscaper, okay? I'm looking at my yard. I need to mow today, But it's like, hey, we hired a new landscaper. Stock's up 300%, okay? So it's APR. I mean, it's 1.3 million. I mean, nothing to sneeze at. And it's Monday morning. So 100% weak open red to green based off of this PR. This is a little bit more of a slower mover swing idea too. So thank you for a Money Monday PR. Weak open red to green early. I need to just start abbreviating. You guys know, if I type WORG, you know what I mean, right? Or afternoon VWAP hold. Is BTBT coming back? I tell you, I think I get misunderstood sometimes on this. I wish these crypto stocks would do something. But man, if you remember last week, I talked about it. I think, what was it? It was the day I recorded a podcast with Kyle Williams. What time? When did Kyle and I? Thursday. So I was complaining to Kyle on Thursday. So Wednesday, I spent like 6 hours waiting for BTBT to make the move. Like literally 6 hours staring at this computer with an order ready, and it never came. So I stick to my point. And I have said this probably a year and a half now. I'm going to, especially after last week, I say ignore these things until they put in a multi-day move. And I've said that, and I broke it last week because there was nothing else out there. So I don't know. Do what you want, but I don't really like it. What are your thoughts on CYBL? I mean, I know Bitcoin's up. I mean, Bitcoin's up again, right? Last I knew. I mean, pushing 57. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. CYBL. So this was an OTC Gapper Thursday. M. Corvino, you know the rules with OTCs. I can't tell you anything with zero volume. Most OTCs don't trade in pre. If they do trade in pre, they're very illiquid. So my opinion is, if you took it overnight, sell the gap. If you're not in it, wait for a morning panic or an afternoon OTC swizzle. And it's always the same answer. So, Giant Lives, that's about Palt. Is Palt doing anything? I just got to check. So it's funny. I was about to say, Palt's dead. But I always have to check these days, because especially when you're talking these Twitter pumps. Because remember, Palt was a Twitter pump. And these things they never die. I mean, they just come back and they come back and they come back. So FLXN, last one of the day. Higher float, dip and rip. So I'm going to finish on this. I wish it was a 4 million float instead of 40 million, but wait till post 945. Higher volume, or higher float, sorry. So, all right, my friends. Have a good day. I'm going to stick with, remember with EasyFL, post 945 dip and rip or afternoon VWAP hold, understand the plan. Also understand super duper duper sketchy stock. I mean, I know I made all my Tony Montana jokes, so nothing wrong with ignoring this. But when it comes to a morning momentum day trade, other than the volume, other than 1.3 million traded at 845, I'd love to see like 10 million, okay? So other than the volume, this checks the box for a sketchy day trade. Doesn't mean you have to trade it. If you want slower movers, MRO, AEHR, et cetera, et cetera. So, all right, have a good day, my friends. We'll see you next time.